Well, hello and thanks for joining me once more. Welcome to our two-day Charity Scramble event here at Ballysally Road in Bangor in Northern Ireland. Yes, thanks for joining me once again as we continue with part 2 and the remainder of the racing action from the Friday evening races. Now, of course, coming up in parts 3 and 4 will be all the action from the Saturday afternoon, so look out for that. So let's get back down to business as we continue with the pre-65 and pre-70s class. And so as the riders line up on the start line for this pre-65 and pre-70s class race. Of course, remember the first race of the day was won by James Thompson on that very quick Cecil Pearson Jap. So we have a green flag and everything looks like it's good to go. 15-second board goes up, 5 seconds. And we're off with the pre-65 and pre-70s second race of the day. Looks like an excellent start from John Griffiths, number 33 on the Cecil Pearson Jap. James Thompson second, Adrian Lappin third, and it looks like Harry Stitt is there in the fourth place. So we have Japs number 1, 2, 3 and 4 as they head up the hill on this beautiful Cecil Pearson racetrack. So as we wait for the race leaders to descend from the hill, it looks like John Griffiths is still your race leader with James Thompson hot on his heels. Two almost identical Jap machines. Harry Stitt has now moved up into third position. But it's a good battle here on lap 1 between John Griffiths, number 33, and James Thompson, number 26, as they head to the bottom of the racetrack. Harry Stitt coming through there in third position, but it looks like James Thompson is getting ready to make a move on John Griffiths. James Thompson rides around the outside. John Griffiths still got the advantage with the inside line. But it's still John Griffiths from James Thompson as they head up the hill to complete lap 1. These 1930s John Alfred Prestwich machines, as you can see, are very competitive on this superb racetrack. So as they head up the hill, it's still John Griffiths in first, James Thompson second. Still John Griffiths holding off James Thompson in that second place position. John Griffiths riding superbly in this second pre-60s and pre-70s class race. James Thompson still unable to put his 600cc Jap in front of John Griffiths' identical machine. And so as they head up the hill to complete lap 2, it's still John Griffiths, number 33, leading James Thompson, number 26, as they both come up the hill together. It's still John Griffiths with the advantage over James Thompson. Adrian Lappin coming up the hill, number 44. Adrian, of course, is in 4th position. But it looks like James Thompson has now made the move on John Griffiths, so it's James Thompson first with John Griffiths in 2nd. This track is absolutely ideal for racing these old speedway derived motorcycles. There's your 3rd place man, number 111, that's Harry Stitt, the famous bike frame builder. Very talented young engineer, Harry. So as James Thompson comes up the hill to complete lap 3, beginning to open up a bit of a lead on the 2nd place man, that's John Griffiths. And Cecil Pearson going through there, number 11, on that Harry Stitt built frame. Lovely little bike. Harry built the frame and Cecil put one of his 600 Jap motors into it. But there is your race leader heading towards the checkered flag. That's number 26, James Thompson. Remember, James won the first pre-68, pre-70 race of the day. John Griffiths is still in 2nd position. And so as they make their way up the hill towards the checkered flag, it looks like yet another win for James Thompson on that Cecil Pearson Jap 600. So it's another win for James Thompson. It looks like John Griffiths is going to cross the line in 2nd position. Josh McCoo going through there, but here's your 3rd place man coming through. It's Harry Stitt, number 111. Harry seems to have assigned himself to that 3rd position as he takes the Jap across the checkered flag. Now, of course, we have 4 classes of twin shock racing for you, and this is the first of the twin shock classes. This is, of course, Grade D, as the riders get ready to leave the line. Mark Harrison seems to have a good start yet again on that CZ. So as the riders get ready to head up the Pearson Hill,
If you could start to make your way over to the holding area.
so as the riders descend from the top of the hill, it looks like number 311 with the XR600cc Honda. Mark Harrison in 2nd position on the CZ. And so as the riders head towards us from the bottom section of the hill, it looks like we have a change of lead in this Grade D race. It looks like Mark Harrison is now your race leader. Mark, of course, riding that very nice little 360 CZ. Number 311 on the Honda is in second. So as we look to the top of the hill for the race leader, it's still Mark Harrison who has the advantage over the rider in second position on the 600cc Honda. Still apologise for not being able to name this rider, as personally for me is not listed in the race programme. But riding very well on that big 4-stroke Honda. It's Andrew Kinnaird coming through there on the Michael in third position. But as your race leader comes towards us, it's still number 62, Mark Harrison on the CZ. Still has a substantial lead over our second place rider, number 311 on the 600 Honda. And number 117 there, that looks like Neil Norrie going through on the YZ Yamaha. But here is your race leader, that's Mark Harrison, number 62. This of course is the Grade D twin shock class with 3 other classes still to come, with Grade C, B and A. So it's still Mark Harrison, number 62, in pole position. Second place man should be number 311 on the 600 Honda. That's Neil Norrie coming through once again on the YZ Yamaha, number 117. So as Mark Harrison comes up the hill to take the last lap flag, it looks like Mark has this race already in the bag. That's Andrew Kinnaird going through there, number 194 on the 1974 Michael. So here's your race leader as he heads towards the checkered flag. It's number 62, Mark Harrison. Mark, of course, has led this race from the starting gate. The track conditions, of course, at this point were almost perfect for late on a Friday evening. The forecast monsoon rains, thankfully, on the Friday night did not appear. So there's your second place man, number 311 on the 600 4-stroke Honda. And so it looks like a win for number 62, Mark Harrison, in this Grade D Twin Shock class race, as Mark heads up the hill to take the checkered flag. Second place, of course, will be number 311 on the Honda. Okay, next up we move along with the Twin Shock Grade C class race. This, of course, is the second Grade C race for the Twin Shock C boys of the evening. So we have a green flag, and it looks like everything is good to go. Just waiting on the 15-second board going up on the right of your picture. So it looks like we're good to go as the riders leave the line. Looks like another excellent start from number 85 there on the YZ Yamaha. Ian Robertson going through there, number 100 on the 360 Yamaha, as they head to the far side of the track to ascend what is now becoming more commonly known as Pearson Hill. And so as the race leader comes towards us, it's still number 85, who unfortunately again is not listed in my race programme, and fortunately I'm unable to identify the rider. But riding very well on that what looks like an old 1987 YZ Yamaha. Third place there, Ian Robertson, number 100. Callum Wilson going through there, number 60. Number 66 on that very nice XLXR Honda. Number 112 going through is Paul Nesbitt. So here is your race leader. It's still number 85. Second position, number 2 on the Michael. Ian Robertson is in third. Callum Wilson in fifth position on the little CR250 Elsinore. But this is a very nice little bike, this little 4-stroke Honda of rider 66. So as we once again catch up with the race leader, it's still number 95, slipping and sliding his way around this Cecil Pearson hillside racetrack. Conditions, of course, still absolutely perfect. The forecast for this time of the evening was supposed to be monsoon rains, but thankfully the rains never materialised. Ian Robertson there going through, number 100. So as your race leader, number 95, comes around to complete yet another lap, it's number 95 on the very quick YZ Yamaha. And so your race leader is still number 95 as they make the turn to head to the centre of the track. Ian Robertson has now moved up into second position, number 100. A very quick and very reliable little 360 Yamaha, this bike that Ian is riding. Now, Ian of course did very well on this bike in the pre-1975 class in Scotland in 2018. Coming around in third place is number 2, or 124 on the side panel of his machine, in third place. So here's your race leader as he heads up the hill to take the last lap flag. It's number 95 with a very substantial lead over Ian Robertson in second position. So as your race leader descends from Pearson Hill to complete his final lap, it's number 95, your race leader. Just waiting on Ian Robertson coming through there. This your second place rider. Ian doing a bit of slipping and sliding on this racetrack. Of course, conditions could have been much worse had the forecasted rain appeared. So it's a win for number 95 on the YZ Yamaha as he heads up the hill to take the checkered flag. Second place position, it looks like Ian Robertson is going to secure that runner-up spot. And so as we move along to the twin shock grade B class, some very quick riders also in this grade B class. So as we're just waiting on the green flag and the good to go sign, we're waiting on the 15-second board as our starter gets into position. 5-second board is up, and as the riders leave the line and head for the jump, it's another good start from John Stokes, number 151. It looks like Ryan Thompson on the YZ Yamaha has taken the lead as they make the turn to head up the Pearson Hill. So there is your race leader, number 417, that's Ryan Thompson on the YZ Yamaha. John Stokes, number 151 on the 81 490 Michael, very tight on his heels as they make their way round this very tricky, twisty banked section of the track. But it's 417. Ryan Thompson in first, John Stokes in second. Although it looks like Ryan has went into the turn a bit hot and went wide, and John Stokes is now your race leader. Remember, John Stokes of course won the first grade B class race of the evening earlier on. So as they head round to complete lap 1, it's still John Stokes from Scotland, number 151 on the 81 490 Michael. Looks like Ryan Thompson is in second position, and that looks like John Fleming, number 10 on the CZ, in third. So as the leaders head from the top of Pearson Hill, it looks like it's still John Stokes, number 151 on the 81-490 Michael. Ryan Thompson in second. John Fleming close behind on that 360 CZ. Some good racing in this Twin Shock B class race. So we're looking at second place man, number 417, Ryan Thompson. John Fleming in the yellow there behind him, number 10 on the 360 CZ in third position. As the rest of the chasing pack head down the hill, but it's still John Stokes who is beginning to open up a bit of a gap on the second place man. But it's John Stokes as he heads up the hill to complete yet another lap. That's your second place man there, Ryan Thompson, number 417 on the YZ Yamaha. Third place man is John Fleming, number 10 on the 360 CZ. But there is your race leader in this second Twin Shock Grade B class race. That's John Stokes from Shotts in Scotland on the 81-490 Michael. Of course, these German-made 81-490 Michaels were one of the best machines that Michael ever produced. So there's your race leader, number 151, John Stokes. Second place should be Ryan Thompson, number 417 on the YZ Yamaha. John Fleming still in third position and trying to make a move on Ryan Thompson for that second spot. But here is your race leader as he heads up the hill to take the last lap flag of this Twin Shock Grade B class race. It's still Ryan Thompson on the Yamaha in second, but John Fleming looks like he's trying to make a move for that spot now on the last lap of this Twin Shock Grade B class race. But it's still John Stokes in first position, and we're going to concentrate on this battle for the second spot between Ryan Thompson there, number 417, and John Fleming, number 10 on that YZ Yamaha. This could be a good run to the finish line between these two very quick riders. So it's still Ryan Thompson, number 417, second. John Fleming in third, number 10. Number 61 in fourth position there on the 81-490 Michael is unfortunately not listed in the programme. But it looks like a win for John Stokes, number 151. But here is the battle for second and third position. It's still Ryan Thompson on the YZ Yamaha. John Fleming looks like he's going to try a move up the hill, but it doesn't look like he's going to have the legs of the Yamaha. So it's a second place position finish for Ryan Thompson, with John Fleming on the CZ in third. The spectators beginning to gather now for the big boys of the Twin Shock class. This, of course, is the Twin Shock Grade A class. Some very quick riders in this class. So we've got a green flag, and everything looks like it's good to go. as our race starter gets into position. The 15-second board, and we are off. Remember, James Thompson won this first race of the evening earlier on, and it looks like another good start from James Thompson, number 26 on the YZ Yamaha. David Watson in 4th place, Willie Burgess in 5th, Trevor Calderwood in 6th place as they head up the Pearson Hill for the very first time in the second race of the Twin Shock Grade A class. So your race leader is at the moment, it's that man again, James Thompson, on that extremely fast YZ Yamaha. And during the course of the weekend, you will see James riding at least 6 different machines in 6 different race classes, so highly entertaining to say the least. So as the front runners head up the hill to complete lap 1, it's still James Thompson in first place, number 31 on the 81 490 Michael in second, Willie Burgess number 2 in third, David Watson number 8 on the Honda in 4th position. Some very quick riders in this Twin Shock Grade A class race. Just behind David Watson there you see number 60, that is Tommy Merton on that extremely fast Husqvarna. So there is your race leader, it's number 26, James Thompson, who is beginning to open up a small gap on the second place man, who is now Willie Burgess. There is your second place rider, Willie Burgess number 2. Last year's Twin Shock over 50s champion. Number 31 in third place on the Maiko is unfortunately unknown to me, but Tommy Merton has moved up into 4th place. David Watson is in 5th on the Honda. But as your race leader heads up the hill, it's still James Thompson on the YZ 490 Yamaha. Willie Burgess, number 2 on the 81 490 Michael in second. Number 31 on the Michael is in third. I do apologise for not knowing this rider's name, as once again he is not listed in my race programme. But as they head up the Pearson Hill, track conditions at this point absolutely superb. So there is your second place position rider. It's number 2 Willie Burgess on that very quick 81 490 Michael. Third position, number 31 on a similar machine, number 8 there, that's David Watson. David, of course, was an ex-250 British motocross champion, if my memory serves me correctly. But here is your race leader, it's still James Thompson on that very quick YZ 490 Yamaha. And we're looking at your second place position man, that's number 2 Willie Burgess. As he heads up the Pearson Hill, number 31 is still in third place with David Watson in fourth. So here is your race leader once again, it's still him, it's James Thompson in first position. Looks like James has now got a very comfortable lead in this second Twin Shock Grade A class race of the evening. Willie Burgess going through there, number 2 in second position. Absolutely superb track for this type of classic twin shock racing here at Ballysalla Road in Bangor, Northern Ireland. So here is your race leader heading towards the checkered flag. It looks like another win for James Thompson on his YZ 490 Yamaha. So it's a win for James Thompson on the YZ Yamaha. Willie Burgess is going to cross the line in second. Number 31 on the Michael is in third, and it looks like David Watson is going to take a very good fourth place finish on the Honda. And so as we move along to the youth classes, we have the 125 and 80cc big wheel class race for you now, as we are just waiting on a green flag to get this race underway. Just waiting on a few of the stragglers from the previous race crossing the finish line. Okay, we've got a green flag. It looks like we are good to go. The starting marshal is taking his position, just waiting on the 15-second board going up. So the rider's good to go, and as they leave the line and head up the hill, it looks like another good start from number 15 there. That's Callum Clint. If my memory serves me correctly, I think Callum won that first race earlier on in the evening. But it looks like we've got a faller into the turn. So as our race leaders come towards us, looks like Callum Clint there is in second position. As we look towards the leaders, it looks like Callum Clint has now hit the front. Number 17 there, that could quite possibly be Philip Lennox in second position. And so as your race leader comes towards us, it looks like it's still number 15, Callum Clint. From number 17, Philip Lennox, I think, is in second position. Number 14 coming through there, that looks like Dylan Jackson on his little KTM. But it looks like it's still young Callum Clint, number 15 on the little KTM, who is your race leader. As far as I'm aware, Callum won the first race in this class earlier on in the evening. Certainly a rider that has a lot of potential to go on to be a top class racer. So that's the rest of the chasing pack going through. But it's still number 15, Callum Clint, who is your race leader as he heads up the hill to complete yet another lap. Second place is still Philip Lennox, number 17. So there is your race leader, that's young Callum Clint, number 15. And going through on the little YZ Yamaha is, looks like number 65 on the back of his shirt, but unfortunately I cannot make out the name of that rider. Number 17 going through, Philip Lennox, who looks like he's moved down to third position now in this race. But there is your race leader as he comes up to take the last lap flag. Number 15, that's Callum Clint. Very quick on that very light and nimble little KTM. Number 14, it looks like Dylan Jackson has got a bit of a mechanical problem with his Honda. But here is your race leader, number 15, Callum Clint on the rapid little KTM. So there is your race leader, number 15, Callum Clint, as he heads on his last lap towards the checkered flag. Little Callum has ridden superbly in this race. There's your second place rider, number 65. Once again, apologies from me for not being able to name the rider. Basically just going with the riders that are listed in the race program. But here is your race winner of this class. It's number 15, Callum Clint, as he takes the checkered flag. Second position should be number 65 on the YZ Yamaha. Very good second place. As your third and fourth riders cross the line. Okay, we're back to the classic bikes again in the pre-77 class. We had some cracking racing in this class earlier on in the evening, and hopefully there'll be more of the same in this race. So as the riders leave the line, it looks like James Thompson has made another good start. John Fleming is out there in the front on that number 10 CZ, but it's James Thompson. No, it's not. It's John Fleming who hits into the turn with that CZ. So as they head up Pearson Hill, it's John Fleming from James Thompson on the Bultaco in second position. Adrian Lappin is up there on the big CCM. So as the leader comes towards us, it's James Thompson on the Bultaco in first position. James, of course, has already ridden a Jap, a CZ, and a YZ 490 Yamaha at this event so far. Number 44 there is Adrian Lappin in second position. Harry Stitt in fourth. Trevor Calderwood going through there. Ian Robertson. Number 180 there is Archie Baird. So as your race leaders head towards the bottom of the track, it's still James Thompson in first position. We are looking at our second and third place positions. It looks like Harry Stitt has just put his CCM down the inside of, I think that's John Griffiths, in 4th position on the CCM. So it's CCMs in position 2nd and 3rd and 4th, as Adrian Lappin also comes through on the CCM, looking back to see John Fleming. Number 32 there is local man Trevor Calderwood on his very quick CZ. But here is your race leader and the man who has been very quick all evening at this Ballysally Road Charity Scramble. It's James Thompson, number 26, this time riding a Spanish 360 Bultaco. James is absolutely quick on just about any kind of machine, as you can imagine. So it's James Thompson in first position. Harry Stitt there, number 111, in second on the CCM. John Griffiths on the CCM in third. Adrian Lappin in fourth, also mounted on a CCM. Number 4 is unfortunately unknown to me. John Fleming, number 10, and Trevor Calderwood coming through. But it's still James Thompson on the Spanish 360 Bultaco, who is your race leader, as he makes the turn to head up the Pearson Hill. Absolutely flying on that old 1970s Bultaco. Number 180 coming up the hill there in the yellow, that's Scotsman Archie Baird on the 360 CZ. But here is your race leader, 26, James Thompson. James, of course, has won just about every race he's competed in this evening thus far. And with the lead he already has, it looks like he's well on his way to notching up yet another win on his very quick Bultaco. So as he comes round to head up the hill to complete yet another lap, it's your race leader, number 26, James Thompson, on the 360 Bultaco. So as the remainder of the pack head up the hill, we are looking at number 12, that's Adrian Lappin on the CCM. Adrian, of course, has now shifted his gear shifter back on to the right side of this bike. Last year, of course, he had it mounted on the left-hand side, but maybe next year he'll change it back and put it back on to the right side. But there's your race leader, it's number 26, James Thompson. James is riding absolutely superb this evening at this Ballysally Road racetrack here on Cecil Pearson's lovely racetrack. I somehow think if you gave James Thompson a washing machine with wheels, he would still be running at the front of the pack. So as James Thompson, our race leader, comes round to take the checkered flag, it's yet another win for the flying motocross riding ace. So it's a win for James Thompson. Harry Stitt comes through on the CCM in second position. Looks like Adrian Lappin will cross the line in third. So we are back to the youth classes again with the junior 85cc and 65cc small wheel class as the riders get ready to leave the start gate. We've got a green flag, so everything looks like it's good to go. So as we wait on these little screamers leaving the line, looks like one of the riders has got stuck in the gate there, but looks like the remainder of the pack is safely away and up the first part of the course as they head in to the turn to take them up the Pearson Hill. So many of the riders in this particular race not listed in my race program, so I do not want to embarrass myself by trying to name the riders incorrectly. So what I'll do is just let our local commentator Roy Neal take up the commentary for this particular race.
I think that's still young. Seeing what's the advantage of that taking is just slipped into lead number 11, just ahead of 34 of Lewis Field. Yeah, there's lead 11 and 34. And it looks like number 4, well actually a 2 number 4, so I'll never touch which one that is. The Charity Scramble stuff in here by County Bangor Northern Ireland, so thanks everybody for coming along and helping to raise a good few funds once again for County Bangor Northern. So very good you can have the leaders. Will be your number 11 of Craigantlet, that'll be number 34 then of the leaders. Here comes number 11 of the night. The music has already started over on the Cinder Marquee. Probably a few short heads in the morning, I would imagine. Well, very shortly we should have the finish round down at the end of. So the time goes down to the halfway point. So that last official box released in the black for 2 hands in the Bangor on, there is the number 11. So that's the first. So we're going to start up another 7 here, that's Jackson. Number 93, we have top time number 93, we've got Callum Pearson. Callum trying to hold nicely up in fourth position. Just coming towards us now. That's number 7 ticket for Brother again. So that's Tom. So we pull out completed relay on number 2. As officially the last course tonight, the 2 accidents of the Bangor Northern Ireland, we're calling the 125-250 then. Now those 125-250. And then the following round will be the 500. The last course will be the 500. Second lap. Yeah, the number 93 there just got up out there, so number 11 will take them up on the way back up towards us then again. This will be lap number 3 on the last lap. We'll go out for the 93. The number 11 hours. I'll be mistaken. Yeah. I go out over the jump. Number 4 on that. So you over at the reservoir here at Craigantlet, we've been very, very lucky with the weather. And number 14 there, possibly riding out the Luke Kennard. Number 14, Luke Kennard. 15 there, and so we can find the number 100 to round out that Friday. I think I remember looking for that last time I just looked at good located. Yeah, number 100 there, I'll be trying to hold out number 3. So we'll go making the way in it. Round we go round the cover. So here we are now to try to fly the guys at point number 3 on the East Once we try to get the Rollins coming up next here from the young Jack.
Okay, welcome back. We have 2 races left in this Friday evening part of the 2-day race programme, and this of course is the second last race of the evening. This is the 125 and 250cc class race. We have the big 500 race coming up immediately after this as the final race of the day. So as the riders get ready to leave the line, our starter is going into position. The 15-second board is up. And as the riders head over the jump to the first hill, it looks like James Thompson is your race leader, and this time James is riding a 1970s KX 250 Kawasaki. So as we wait on our race leader descending from the top of the Pearson Hill, it's still James Thompson, and this of course is the 5th different race machine that James is riding this evening. He has already ridden a 1930s Jap, a YZ490 Yamaha, a CZ, a Bultaco, and now James is riding this very nice little KX Kawasaki. So it's James Thompson first. Number 60 there is Tommy Merton on the Husqvarna. Third place going through, number 169 on the Michael is unknown to me, unfortunately. This of course is the 125 and 250cc combined race. So there's your race leader, James Thompson on the KX250 Kawasaki. Tommy Merton there is closing in on the Husqvarna, the 250 Husqvarna. Look out for Tommy riding the 430cc Husqvarna later on in these Bally Sally Road videos, because this guy can really shift on these Husqvarnas when he gets going. But it's still James Thompson holding off Tommy Merton on the 250 Husqvarna. Tommy, of course, is riding one of Adrian Lappin's Husqvarnas. As you can see, it's a very quick machine with Tommy at the controls. But here is your race leader. It's James Thompson seems to have overcooked it into the turn, and that means Tommy Merton is now your race leader on the Husqvarna. So as your race leader heads up the hill, it's Tommy Merton on the 250 Husqvarna. Looking really good on that old Swedish twin shock machine. Looks like James Thompson has got up and running again, but James will have to get his finger out if he wants to try and catch Tommy Merton on that very quick Husqvarna bike. That's Tony McKee going through there on the 125 Honda Elsinore Screamer. But there is your race leader. It's Tommy Merton on that 250 Swedish twin shock Husqvarna, looking very comfortable for this race win. There's James Thompson on the KX 250 Kawasaki. And so as your race leader, Tommy Merton on the 250 Husqvarna comes up to take the last lap flag. Looks like it could be the first win of the day for Tommy. Riding superbly on that lovely 250 Husqvarna. James Thompson still there on the KX Kawasaki in second position. But as your race leader makes his way towards the checkered flag, it looks like it's going to be the first win of the evening for Tommy Merton on that Adrian Lappin Husqvarna machine. So it's Tommy Merton first. James Thompson is still in second position on the KX Kawasaki, just coming into shot now. But here is your race leader with his first win of the evening. It's Tommy Merton on the 250 twin shock Husqvarna. So it's Tommy Merton who takes a win from James Thompson in second on the KX Kawasaki. Okay, this takes us to our final race of the Friday evening. This, of course, is the 500cc class race. Look out for future videos from the Saturday action coming up soon on my YouTube channel. So as the riders leave the line, it's looks like a good start from James Thompson on the YZ 490 Yamaha. Trevor Calderwood has made an excellent start in second position as the big 500cc class head up the Pearson Hill. So it's James Thompson, number 26, your race leader on that very quick YZ 490 Yamaha. Second position, looks like it's Trevor Calderwood was initially in second, but looks like Tommy Merton has now moved up to take that second position. Number 31 on the Michael making a move on Trevor Calderwood number 32 on the Monda. That's the Michael frame with the 500cc Honda engine. But your current race leader for this final race of the Friday evening is still James Thompson on the YZ Yamaha. Second place is Tommy Merton on the Husqvarna. Third is number 31 on the 81 Michael. Fourth is Trevor Calderwood on the Monda. Now there is your current race leader, that's James Thompson. Now don't forget, you can see all the racing action from the Saturday event in parts 3 and 4 of the videos from this 2-day event here at the Bally-Sala Road racetrack. There's your second place position man, number 60, that's Tommy Merton on the Husqvarna. So there is your second position rider, Tommy Merton, number 60 on that Adrian Lappin supplied Husqvarna twin shocker. So as they head up the hill, it's still Tommy Merton in second place. Number 31 there, who once again apologies for not being able to name the rider. So as we look up the hill to our race leader, it's still James Thompson on the YZ 490 Yamaha. James has ridden absolutely superbly this evening, other than his little misdemeanor in the last race on his little KX Kawasaki. But nevertheless, he looks very comfortable in this final race of the day here at Bally-Sala Road. Second place man going through there, Tommy Merton on the Husqvarna, number 31 in third. So as James Thompson makes his way up to take the last lap flag. So as he begins his last and final lap of the Friday evening racing here at this 2-day charity event. There is your second and third place riders, Tommy Merton and number 31 on that very quick 490 Michael. So it's still James Thompson in the lead, but we're going to concentrate on the battle for the second position between Tommy Merton and the number 31 rider on the 490 Michael. The light just beginning to go. This will be about 9 o'clock at night here in Northern Ireland. But it looks like James Thompson is going to notch up another win. So there is your race leader as he heads towards the checkered flag, and in the final race here of the Friday evening racing at Bally-Sala Road, it's a win for James Thompson on the YZ 490 Michael. Tommy Merton is second. Now don't forget, look out for parts 3 and 4 from the Saturday racing here at this 2-day charity event here at Bally-Sala Road. This video was brought to you in association with World Sport, the world's #1 supplier for all your off-road and leisure sportswear. Just visit their online website for more details.